This my daily allowance or what?
Remember? Guyong's birthday is today. And don't forget, go and get her something for dinner later.
Well, I can't buy her a nice meal with this much. Times are tough.
When you're wondering about why our main protagonist, Jihan, is in the situation that he is, part of it is that his mom is overparenting. Even though he is well into his adulthood, she's taking responsibility for him. She's the one that's remembering the birthday, she's the one that's giving the money for that, and not letting him deal with consequences to his actions. When we end up with a parent that overparents, what happens is that often we can become adults that also don't know consequences to what their actions are. His mom no doubt really loves him, but sometimes out of love, we don't allow our children to learn the lessons that they need to learn to grow into responsible adults. Remember, our job as parents is to prepare our kids for life, not protect them from it.
Don't you think I should get a present for her? Give me some more, huh?
I'm broke.
We can't do that now, and we barely spend anything.
Oh.
Let's use some when we have to.
She allows him to pester her into giving more money that they don't have. What she's doing is she's rewarding a bad behavior. He doesn't have to worry about the consequences to this.
Hey, it should be my birthday.
Pin number changed on you, huh? Guess your mother finally abandoned you.
Oh, shit. What did that woman change it to, huh?
You telling me you don't know your own mother's birthday?
I do know. She celebrates it going by the lunar date.
Well, what's...
He already got a whole bunch of money, and yet he's taking out the card to use even more money. You can tell that his prefrontal cortex, the part that's dealing with consequences to actions, is not fully developed. And instead of feeling even a little bit of guilt from this, he has this boyish grin like, yay, I got away with stealing the cookies from the cookie jar.
How bad do you have to be to lose with an animal like that?
Hey, don't touch me! How about you leave me alone? Can't you see I'm trying to think?
Delaying gratification is a really important skill for life success. Delaying gratification means that you can wait for things. Instead of him waiting, using the money that he has and being able to do something with it, he goes off and gambles and loses most of it. And so he wants something that's immediate. He wants to make a whole bunch of money as immediately as possible, which feeds the part of your brain that gives you that dopamine and that serotonin, makes us feel really happy and motivated and then kind of calm and serene afterwards. But when you feed that part of your brain over and over again, you don't learn to be able to suffer and wait. And a lot of things that are important in life, you need to be able to suffer and wait from it.
Go on, that's it, that's it. That's right.
Ah! Ah!
Yes, that's it.
Oh! Oh!
The way that he deals with when he's in a really desperate situation is he tries to kind of fix it using the same tools and techniques that got him into the problem in the first place. So now he's gambling with the little bit of money that he can, but just in a smaller little gambling machine, instead of just buying a little tiny stuffed toy that he could buy for probably less. They're like children's practice of how to become gamblers in later in life. He has a really hard time with how he sees himself and his own self-image. He wants to be able to show up with his child with something that is amazing, instead of being true to just who he is and in the place where he's at.
I'm sorry, sweetie. You know, I wanted to buy you a nicer dinner than this.
It's okay. We went with my stepdad to a steakhouse earlier, so...
That's nice of him.
Well, I still like tteokbokki a lot more, though.
Every parent wants to be able to give everything that they can to their children, and how heartbreaking it is when, one, you're not in the place to be able to, but two, someone else that's kind of replacing you as a father is able to. You can see all of the motivations that go into him making the choice, that desperate choice to do whatever he can to give his child a better life. How sweet his daughter is by recognizing it and saying, actually, I like this food better.
Play a few rounds of Dakji with me, and each time you win, I'll pay you 100,000 won.
Wait, so if I hit your Dakji and it flips over, I get 100,000 won.
And if I can flip yours, you'll give me the exact same amount of money.
The level of desperation, I think that a lot of people would be like, oh, I would never do that. Then you probably have never been in really desperate situations. This is a test. This person is testing how far they are willing to go and how desperate they are to be able to make back this money.
So the thing is...
How about you use your body to pay?
Being in that hole when you feel truly helpless, that feeling of learned helplessness when there is no hope in sight, people will do almost anything to have a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel.
I'll take 100 grand off per slap.
If you were being really harsh and judgmental that I would never do this, I can fully understand that probably most of us, if we were put into this position and we didn't have any hope of recovery, we were so far in debt that anything would be better than feeling hopeless.
You hungry? Huh? You have to finish it, okay? I got that with money I made getting slept, so enjoy it.
Because he's been down and out, he sees this cat that's probably really hungry, and he gives some of the food that he has to be able to help it because he knows what it feels like to be down and out. He does have a really kind and thoughtful heart, though he might be missing some of the skills in order to be actually successful.
Are you saying this money is stolen?
I didn't steal anything, Mom. I earned it all. I worked, okay? All day I worked my hands and face off to earn this money for us.
That feeling of him being able to come home and give the money to his mom so that he can feel like he's contributing, that he's worth something, that he has value. You can see how powerful he wants that validation from his mom, which she doesn't really give to him because she probably isn't really sure if she should trust him or not. Probably should pay off his debt first. But I really understand that want to be able to show other people, hey, look, you were wrong about me. I have value.
You gave me your business card earlier?
Do you wish to participate in the game? If you wish to participate, please state your name and birth date.
So brilliant. He won money and it was really, really easy. And the cost was so small. And so it was the perfect foot in the door strategy to be able to pull people in.
Damn you. The scar on your neck. You're the damn pickpocket. Give me what you took. My money. Give it back. Where is it? What the hell?
Here he is really, really active, and it shows that he doesn't really think that he's pushing over a much larger man. Not really thinking about it beforehand, but that he's willing to do what he has to do in order to move forward, which we can mirror in him in his gambling addiction and him spending money with money launderers, not really thinking about it, but also willing to take risks.
Player 324 eliminated. Eliminated. With that, let the game resume.
What happens when we go through a really panic-stricken situation is that our body releases all of this epinephrine and cortisol, and we kind of go into fight or flight. And that ends up with many different responses that could happen. Could be that we're going to end up fighting, going towards something and attacking. Could be flight, which we end up trying to run, which you see a lot of people running. Or we could end up with a freeze response, which is where Jian ends up being. In all of these cases, it's pretty automatic. It's very hard to control. So I think that these are the main traits that kind of got Jian into the situation where he is now, which is really understandable. He doesn't know how to delay gratification. He doesn't know how to deal with consequences to his action. His prefrontal cortex, no doubt, is kind of underdeveloped, and it left him in a little bit of a childlike, sometimes whiny and immature state. He's not really thinking about what he's doing while he's doing it. He's living in the moment, which is wonderful and fun, but it doesn't help you save up for the future. So we'll take a look at his journey and see where he ends up at the end of Squid Games. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe and let me know what were your favorite moments from the first episode.